Moving should not be that complicated. I mean, yeah, that's really what it is. Moving shouldn't be this complicated. You've got Panthers moving closer to the beginning of a regular season. They had FanFest this weekend. You've got Messi moving to PSG from Barcelona. And you've got your boy moving apartments as my phone vibrates because I'm not a professional. Ugh. Roll the intro.
I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression, it's all that I wanted. The phone and affection, I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the...
Welcome back to another episode of the Problems on Problems podcast. I am your host, Mike Santi. And this week, gosh, I mean, we might as well start off by just talking about how the fact we might as well start off with talking about how I'm a moron and I decided to take my first day of not being sick first full day of not being sick. I don't really know how to phrase that, but the first day that I wasn't sick in about a week or so, and I decided to go out in public and go to FanFest. And for those of you that don't know what FanFest is, it is an event thrown by the Carolina Panthers, NFL football team. Come on, guys, let's keep up. But yeah, they've had it every year for, gosh, at least since I've been in Charlotte, where they take a day from preseason training camp, which is still accessible to fans. They come over to Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. They run drills. They go through plays. All this other stuff ends in fireworks. You're good to go. And this year, a lot like every other year, my laptop almost went away. But this year was no different than every other year that I've been to FanFest in the sense that there was a torrential downpour. Again, a fucking monsoon. I don't know. I mean, I know why, because it's August in North Carolina, especially Charlotte, which is like not that far away from Satan's armpit that is parts of South Carolina. But yeah, I just don't get it. Every year there's nothing but rain on rain on rain. When you think it's not going to rain, you think the storms are going to roll through. Psych, just in time for FanFest, you're going to get a bunch of wet weather. And now I will say probably best FanFest ever might be the 2015 one. Don't hold me to it. Just my personal opinion. But yeah, nothing creates memories like thinking, hey, there's a gap in the rain. We should probably walk back to the apartment. I live, no, that's not true. I live like 3 or 4 blocks away from the stadium. So not that bad. They're kind of long blocks, but it doesn't matter. And just as you're about to do that, the heavens open up once again, and you're basically taking a shower and running in the rain, which for someone who hasn't done physical activity all week or who hadn't done physical activity all week and is then thrown into just running in the rain at, like 10 p.m., it's a little dicey. But hey, so be it. We move. All in all, I was an idiot. I know I was an idiot mainly because of the fact that I was stubborn in the sense that I wanted to see a live sporting event for the first time in God knows how many years, probably like 2 years, since the pandemic started and all that jazz, a little bit before the pandemic. But yeah, I wanted to see a live sporting event. I wanted to see professional football again. And the universe said, you know what? You get rain. That's what you get. But you still get fireworks. I'm not going to lie. Fireworks are still pretty dope. I don't know if it was worth the shower that I took with my clothes on, but at least I didn't get sick again. At least I don't think. In other news, your boy's moving. I am finally, I'm moving out of this current setup. The beautiful apartment building known as... Yeah, it's about time to kind of move on because as if I didn't like to overcomplicate my life and end summer in a very stressful manner, I decided to take a trip to Savannah for a friend's birthday. Happy 30th birthday, Pat. Decided to go to Savannah for 30th birthday. Next week, I get keys to the new place, and the week after that, my lease here is up. And I said, why not? Let's do it all in 1 month to get it all out of the way. So, yeah, number one, poor planning on my side, because, I mean, if I had it my way, I probably wouldn't have done all of this stuff. But it's kind of surprising, but not really surprising how few movers are available when you need them in about 2 weeks notice. These people normally operate off like a 3 to 6 week kind of head start. And for you to give them 2 weeks, not that bad, but shout out to Hornets Moving for helping your boy out, getting me from point A to B, even though it's literally, 6 blocks from one building to the other. But at least I don't have to do it. And I already know that I'm going to turn into some monster now that like no longer wants to actually do any physical moving anymore and would just pay people to do it. But hey, when you got it, you got it. I don't have it like that. All right, let's not pretend like I have it like that, because I don't. I just saved up enough where I could afford it. Plus, who wants to convince friends at this point in time? Like, I'm 30. I'm not trying to convince friends with beers and pizza to help me move and like to go get a U-Haul like on a weekend morning and just do all this stuff. Let's not do that anymore. Let's just say, hey, pay professionals to do it. They'll get it done in less time than you and your friends would do, because, hey, these guys are professionals. This is what they do all the time. So let them do it from now on. But yeah, and I mean, it comes with some mixed emotions, mainly due to the fact that there are a lot of memories in this apartment. Like, I didn't realize that I've been in this apartment for like two and a half years. And in my lifespan in Charlotte, North Carolina, I don't think I was anywhere for more than a year and a half kind of deal. My first place here when I was married, I was there for maybe 18-ish months. Then I moved to the city, and it was kind of just like year lease until we got to here. I mean, I guess thanks to the pandemic, I stayed here, because if it wasn't for the pandemic, the price would have gone up. I would have pieced out. You know the deal in Charlotte, because there's not a fixed rental rate, and everything goes up with the market. Who knows if any of these other like video endeavors, podcast endeavors, anything like that, like, who's to say that there's a problems on problems if not for this apartment and all the problems that came, not with the apartment, but with my life at the point of living in this apartment. It's been awesome. The Sunday fun days at the pool, they've been great. I don't want to get nostalgic and all that stuff, but for every good memory that I've had here, I'd probably say there's like maybe another or equally bad memory that I have here. So it's kind of just time to move on, fresh start. Plus, I don't want to give away too much information, but basically, the new place may or may not have a way more space. It might have extra space to accommodate a dedicated kind of work area that's not me setting up and breaking down a set in my living room. So more to come on that. Don't want to give too much away, because we got some things coming with the new look of Problems on Problems. But yeah, your boy's moving. And speaking of moving, the world of soccer was basically kind of just all the attention was on one trade and one trade only this past week, and that was the signing of Lionel Messi to PSG. For all you guys that don't care about world football, you can leave now. I don't even think you've made it this far. But Lionel Messi signed to PSG. In an emotional interview of him leaving Barcelona, he said that he really didn't want to leave, that he even offered to take a 50% pay cut, but due to some Spanish laws and La Liga regulations, like, there was no way that they were going to be able to keep Messi, they being Barcelona. So he goes over to Parisian powerhouse PSG it's basically, this is the closest you're going to get to a super team in the European football era. I know a lot. I mean, you see it a lot with the NBA, where you see like there's a big three here, there's a super team here, but this is probably, honestly, this PSG team that's about to come to the 21-22 season. It's stacked. All right, you've got every hot player from you've got every hot player from the Euros this year that was making a name for themselves signed to PSG. You've got old vets from big leagues like La Liga signing to PSG. So And now you've got Lionel Messi, which, again, it was basically impossible for Barcelona to keep him. Reason being is that, number one, even if Lionel Messi, for those of you that are saying, why didn't he just play for free? He's got enough money, blah, blah, blah. You also have to understand that this is the club that this guy's been at since he was a child, basically. And so it has a lot of ties. He has a lot of ties. His family has a lot of ties to Barcelona. And part of the issue is that La Liga regulations state that no team can have more than 70% of their revenue ratio going towards salaries. And even if Messi took a 95% pay cut, Barcelona was still going to be above that threshold. So he could have played for free and they still would have been above that threshold with some other salaries that they're trying to get rid of at the time. But then on top of that, there's a law in Spain, a wage law, that states that a contract cannot be less than 50% of the previous year's contract. And for those of you that understood, Messi getting a 4-year deal for about 4-year deal for about 674 million, even if he took a pay cut and took that minimum pay cut, it was still going to be like, there was no way he could take anything less than 50% of his wages from the previous year. So that horrible combo, and I guess just bad financial planning from the Barcelona side, has led to their wonder boy, their star player, going over to PSG. And to PSG, not like you're going to see this, and really to everybody else, if you pick PSG in FIFA 22, I'm quitting the game. There's no reason for you to do that. You've got Mbappe, Neymar, Messi. You've got Kipembe. You've got way too many people on that team where it's like you're basically using like a human cheat code, or not a human cheat code, a video game cheat code. But more seriously, if PSG doesn't win the Champions League this year, they might as well just fold everything. Like, to have the star power and the talent that they have and the budget that they have, like, a side note, basically PSG's owner won in this whole thing because PSG didn't go to the Super League because financially it wasn't in the best interest for them. But on top of that, UEFA rewarded PSG's owner by lifting economic sanctions that they'd put on PSG before, which basically opened up this can of worms where he could spend as much money as he wanted to for whatever player. And to be a Qatari billionaire, it makes it really nice. But all that to say, things change, people move, teams move, superstars move. And that's how life goes. But we'll take a break. We'll give you guys a quick wrap up, and then we'll get you out of here for a weekend, because I'll probably be down in Savannah by now.
P.O.P.
And we're back with the great debate. And honestly, I'm rather depressed because last episode I asked y'all, are y'all having your hot girl / hot boy summer? And 75% of you said, nah, fam. Not even close, which is depressing. And the follow-up comments that came from people that voted that yes, they were having their hot girl and hot boy summer, also depressing. And to that I say, damn, did y'all, I don't know what happened. What are we doing, people? Like, I thought we were outside. I thought everyone was outside. I thought we were doing this thing, like you getting vaccinated, you going outside, the world's open, you going outside. And for some reason, nobody's really, 75% of y'all are not really feeling the hot girl / hot boy summer vibes. I don't know if it's because your quarantine bodies weren't making you feel good, or maybe just being outside wasn't what y'all thought it would be. Like, maybe there wasn't a normal to go back to. And so, shoot, I hope it gets better for you guys. You got a month left, and really you got like 3 weeks left of the summer. And who knows, Delta variant might cancel the rest of that. But I'm sorry. It's by far my most depressing poll that I've had on this show. So to lighten the mood, this week we're going to, let's just put it out there. Better boy band, NSYNC or Backstreet Boys? We're just going to put it at that. You've got, gosh, I know personally, let's go into the blah, 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 blah. I know personally for me, when I was younger, me being a millennial, just so you guys know, we already know, your boy's 30. We got this. Me being a millennial, I was on the Backstreet Boys side earlier on in life. Don't know why. I really don't know why. But as an adult, this sounds weird. But yeah, as an adult, I'm on the NSYNC side. I just feel like they got more hits, the back to back to back. I feel like they had, honestly to me, I feel like they had a lot more long-term star power. Shoot, you had Justin Timberlake, who went solo. JC Chazé, who ended up doing, whatever. He's like, oh, he did that. He was a judge for that singing show. This is getting weak. And then, Chris did his thing with in the Fairly Odd Parents, Mr. Shiny Teeth and Me. Chet Sparkles or whatever his name is. Chip Skylark, maybe. But yeah, I just think song after song, I mean, Backstreet Boys, they got a lot of like good ones. They got a lot of good singles, but I think NSYNC just had more. So this week, y'all let me know who's the better boy band, NSYNC or Backstreet Boys. Let me know down in the comments. Let me know down in the polls. We'll get to it next week, and we'll let you know what we think. But with that, we move on to the Friday follows. And this week's first Friday follow, man, is no stranger to the hustle game, and that is none other than Wes Knight, former professional soccer player who's now a property mogul. Go follow him at Wesley T. Knight on Instagram. The man is just doing bits when it comes to the real estate game. And it's really the house buying, flipping, and selling game. Like the leads he comes up with, the properties that you see him work on, they are insane in and around the Carolinas. And honestly, dude, just if you go to his page just from a mindset standpoint, like the amount of wisdom that he has and the amount of hustle and grit that he has is beyond impressive. So make sure you guys go follow Wes at Wesley T. Knight on Instagram. The next follow is going to go to the Crown Club of Charlotte. So go follow them at Crown Club CLT. It is the official fan union for the Charlotte Hornets, the NBA team local to here. It is, these guys do legit everything. Their goal is uniting fans around the world, making the Charlotte Hornets extremely more relevant than they are now. Not that they're not relevant. They relevant, we got Melo. So just think about that. These guys are organizing away trips or away games for fans. They are doing a bunch of events, whether that be the NBA draft that they hosted, a draft watch party. But they are left and right. You can become a member now, really, or anytime, but make sure you do it before the season starts. But go check it out. Go become a member at Crown Club Charlotte. That's not true, at crownclubclt.com. But with that, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the Problems on Problems podcast YouTube channel right here. Don't forget to follow us at Problems on Problems podcast on Instagram, at Problems_pod on Twitter. And per usual, go follow your boy at Mike Santy 18 on all social media. But with that, guys, like I always say, if it's not a good time, hope it's a good story. And I will see you next week.